What is going on out there, peeps? All right, man, this couldn't be more truer than now. That is, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. What do Bitcoin and, I should say, cryptocurrencies and precious metals have in common? They have a common enemy. And more the reason why I think Bitcoin, Ethereum, and gold and silver should work together. Before I get into that, when you're thinking about buying gold and silver, give a consideration to our friends over that Money Metals Exchange. The link is down below in the description. If you're a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and you will get a free half ounce of silver. For those of you asking me for my address, there it is. And you guys know I have this alternative media platform. There's things on here that I could post that I cannot put on YouTube. It has grown quickly, and there's a lot of attention, especially in this category right here, and in this category right here. So I encourage you guys to go check it out, because I'm sure there's something on there that you might actually enjoy. The link's down below in the description. You guys know we show our support over to Wall Street Silver. Down below is a link to their YouTube channel as well as their Reddit page. I encourage you to go support them. They're helping to spread the word about the importance of holding on to precious metals. When we're looking at the market, I'm really anticipating a run on cryptocurrencies. I thought for sure last night it was going to start going. They didn't drop very much, but it's starting to go. As we're seeing the miners start setting up shop, especially in Texas, one with 33,000 acres of land. Good lordy. Anyways, as they get acclimated over here and they get their shop set up and do whatever it is they need to do, it won't be much longer until all of a sudden they start mining for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. You'll start to see an increase and a run once that happens. The market is close, so the price that you're seeing here is Friday's numbers, both gold and silver in the positive. So the more I read again about Bitcoin and what it is that it does, as well as cryptocurrencies, the more I'm realizing we have a common enemy. We're talking about an enemy that has literally been committing crimes openly for decades, and nothing ever happens to this person. Nothing. There he is. Jamie Dimon. Remember back in the day when Jamie said, hey, if you're stupid enough to buy Bitcoin, then one day you'll pay for the price. He said, he bashed people 7 ways to Sunday, and he even caused his tweets and his comments even caused a drop in the market. So again, it's kind of hard to be overly supportive of cryptocurrencies when just a comment from individuals can cause the market to crash. So Jamie Dimon talked crap for a long time saying that don't buy Bitcoin. See, this is what they do. They say the same thing about gold and silver. Recently, JP Morgan released an article, and what did that article say? Gold is no longer the safe haven for investors. What the hell are you talking about, you freaking idiot? He knows that's a lie. Just like he told people, you're stupid if you buy Bitcoin. Then guess what he turned around and did after the market crashed? Bought Bitcoin. Yep, we're going to get into that here in just a moment. But he can talk crap all he wants about gold and silver. It doesn't change the market. Investors are way more savvier now than they used to be. And because of this, they know to hold and they know to invest. Let's get into that. JP Morgan pumps Bitcoin with euros. So they come over here in America, and why? Again, these are crimes. Come over here, bash it, cause the market to crash when it does, and go over to Europe and buy it over on the side of Europe. Yuan denominated Bitcoin has crashed as much as 25 to 30% in China's trading, plunging from 25,000 yuan to as low as 16 on local exchanges. This is on their exchange, by the way. As low as 20,000 on the OK coin. Following the confirmation of last week's, Xianyx report that Beijing would stop cryptocurrency exchange trading. Remember, China told everybody to stop. China's second largest exchange, the PTC China, said that it would halt all trading on the platform beginning September 30th. It didn't. It took all the way to this year. And it launched a liquid panic. And then what they do, they turn around and bought it. That's what they did. But let's listen to this gentleman go ahead and talk about Jamie Dimon for a little bit, because you'll see what I'm talking about.
Big Square Road to Ruta with a quick update on our friend Jamie Dimon. As suspected, Jamie Dimon was rigging the Bitcoin market so he can go in and buy for JP Morgan securities.
Yeah, gee, cryptocurrency people, precious metals holders know the feeling. We have a common enemy. So the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Just the other day, Jamie Dimon said that it is a fraud. It's making stupid people, such as my daughter, feel like they're geniuses. It's going to get somebody killed. I'll fire anyone who touches it. Jamie Dimon. That's what he said the other day, and people were saying, oh, that's why Bitcoin's going down. I don't think that was why Bitcoin was going down. But it's all about manipulation. JP Morgan.
And just so you're aware, this was the first time that Bitcoin dropped back in 2017, 2018, when he made his comments. And then all of a sudden, the market did crash.
Jamie Dimon manipulating markets, yelling Bitcoin is a fraud. And what did they do? They went out and bought Bitcoin in Europe.
Yep.
Unbelievable. I thought the CFTC said that Bitcoin was being watched for manipulation. Apparently not Jamie Dimon.
Well, wait a minute. What are you complaining about? We have the same issue. We openly see and they openly admit to manipulating the market, and when we complain, they do nothing to help us.
That's probably why he bought it in Europe. Let's see. It was found on Bitcoin Tracker 1. SEK is an open-end exchange-traded note incorporated in Sweden. The ETN is denominated in SEK and provides investors with access to returns of the underlying asset, US dollar per Bitcoin, less fees.
See, this is some of that slick, sneaky crap that they do. Opening accounts in other countries and helping manipulate the markets, buying crap at one location cheap and then selling it back at another at a higher amount.
The average US dollar exchange rate of Bitcoin from exchanges Bitfinex, Bitstamp, GDAX provides the underlying reference price for which is converted into SEK. In the last few days, as the underlying price collapsed, partially because of Jamie Dimon's comments, the ETN had remained bid with heavy inflows and now trades at about 20% premium to net asset value. And you click on who are the biggest buyers right here in the Nordet. Right there, number 4 biggest buyer, JP Morgan Securities Limited.
So you see, these guys aren't strangers to manipulate markets. So they manipulate the gold and silver market. They manipulate cryptocurrency market, but that's not it. This is the point I'm trying to make. Until we, the people, stand up and complain and get something accomplished, as far as these people going to jail, because we have a right to do so. So Dave Jose is going to be teaching people about the power of us calling on a grand jury. You see, our politicians aren't the only people who can do that. We, the people, have a right to do that. So when our politicians aren't arresting people, doing what it is they're supposed to do, we, the people, can do something about that. So again, over here, it said the yuan denominated Bitcoin. There's a crash and it goes on. Basically, they drop the market so they can pick them up for much more cheaper. They create whales that way. And the whales have the easy ability of definitely make the price going up and down. But here's the thing. JP Morgan doesn't just do cryptocurrencies, doesn't just manipulate cryptocurrencies and gold and silver markets. Look right here. A lawsuit. JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon, billions in fines for mortgage fraud. Every couple years, these guys are paying huge amounts of dollars because of their criminality, and nobody goes to jail and nobody stops it. They still continue to do business. That has to stop. In a statement released by Weibo, BTC China said that it would immediately stop accepting new accounts registrations on the BTC China exchange. This decision was made after carefully consideration. What they're trying to do is keep anything from competing with the yuan, the digital yuan that's coming out. So anyways, it says, Dear Bitcoin Chinese user, this is from China. According to the September 4th issue, People's Bank of China Central Office and the Ministry of Industry and Information Technology, Ministry of Industry and Commerce, China Bank Regulatory Commission, and the Securities Regulatory Commission. Dude, is it me or does it sound like so many redundant offices? Sounds like here in the United States. The Commission on Prevention of Treatment of the Risk of Issuance of Currency, the spirit of document adhering to the protection of investment risk, the maximum protection of users. So they go, oh, look, we're trying to help you. We're trying to help save you, as they turn around and send money to other countries and buy the things much cheaper. It says the principles of interest. Bitcoin Chinese team, by careful decision, is to make the following decision. BitCurrency China digital asset trading platform today to stop the registration of new users. Okay. September 30th, back in 2017, digital asset trading platforms will stop all trading businesses. So the Chinese pool and other businesses will not be affected. Continue to normal operations. We apologize for this inconvenience. If you have any questions, please contact or support us. This came out in 2017 after careful consideration. So, look, the Chinese have been talking about shutting down cryptocurrency since 2017. Then we find out that they, just like Jamie Dimon, sent a bunch of money elsewhere, and they invested in the cryptocurrency after making that threat caused the cryptocurrency to crash. Does this sound familiar? Does it? Because it happened back in 2017-18. China made the announcement that they were going to ban cryptocurrencies. The market dropped really low, and China and Jamie Dimon and all those evil people benefited from it. Drop the price down low through panic, buy it, wait for it to go up, sell it. That's exactly what they're doing. The immediate result was a sharp plunge in the CNY denominated price of the Bitcoin on exchange. Remember, back in 2017, it was up there, and that bad boy dropped all the way down here. And then it stayed around, I think it was the $3,000 level for some time. Well, not too long. It was a 4-year cycle. So the point being, if they keep getting away with this and nobody's stopping them, what's stopping them from doing it again? We know, once again, just like before, Bitcoin got way up there in value. It becomes real competitive to their currency. They told everybody they're no longer going to allow people to do Bitcoin there. People panicked. People sold off. There's no doubt that there's a lot of people with a lot of money are going, good, now that the price has dropped down to, I don't know, 50% of where it was. We'll go ahead and we'll stock up on it and then allow it to run up again. That's the kind of tricks that they do. That's why you got to be careful. If you know these things ahead of time, you know how to watch for them. You know how to ride the same wave that they are so you can benefit from it financially. While China no longer dominates the cryptocurrency trading, it accounted for nearly 90% of all trading in late 2016. Are you kidding me? Back in 2020, they were still responsible for 68% of the Bitcoin. So you can see the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So the enemy being cryptocurrencies to gold and silver, and the enemy of my enemy would be Jamie Dimon and JP Morgan, or Jamie Dimon and JP Morgan. So I do think silver and gold should partner up somehow with Ethereum and Bitcoin. So if the whales out there, if you guys really want cryptocurrencies to work, You have to consider getting it mass adoption. You have to keep creating a buzz about it so more people go to the cryptocurrencies. Now, how you keep the government from being able to get in there and interfere with this, as a suggestion, with all the money that these cryptocurrencies are generating, I would, if I was these companies, I would start buying up as much gold and silver as possible, and then turn around and make your cryptocurrencies backed by gold. Now, I know there are cryptocurrencies out there that are backed by gold, but none with the reputation or influence or use cases of Ethereum for sure, and the history of Bitcoin. So you back these currencies up, these cryptocurrencies with gold and silver, making them very secure and do it the right way. You'll be able to challenge these countries' different currencies. They wouldn't be able to compete. And then banks can talk, or not banks, but these politicians could talk about doing what they can to stop it. But if it's already gained mass support and massive awareness, it makes it real hard, because the people would rise up saying, no, we don't want to be involved in that same corrupt cabal banking system. Just a thought I'm throwing out there. Now, I already know you hear the XRP is backed by it. No, we heard rumors about it, but just no proof yet. So yeah, the people out there that own Ethereum, that own Bitcoin, I'm talking about the actual owners of the platforms and the tokens. The smart thing would be to take a percentage of the money that is generated and invest it into precious metals, and then make your cryptocurrencies backed by the precious metals. They wouldn't be able to compete with you because they're not doing any kind of asset-backed currency right now. They're trying to go into their own central bank digital coin that's going to be backed by the Federal Reserve and the promise to pay. There's nothing. So you create a cryptocurrency that's actually backed by something that's real, it would take off. So again, this whole thing is about what we're seeing now. History does have a way of repeating itself. Both JP Morgan and China, they said some stuff to cause the market to really drop in value. They turn around and bought a lot of that asset and then allowed it to go back up. But they accumulated for a while. This is what I'm talking about. This is how corrupt these people are. So I'm going to listen more to what Dave Jose has to talk about when it comes to grand juries, because apparently, since we can't trust anybody to actually take these people to court, we don't have to be a lawyer. You don't have to be a politician. We, the people, could do it by calling in a grand jury to listen to our complaints and then let them handle how the crime goes. Anyways, that's it. I thought I would share this with you. I thought it was interesting to find out that JP Morgan was behind a lot of manipulation that happened with Bitcoin. Not surprising to me at all, but it's the method that they go about it. It's the fact that these guys get busted over and over for crime after crime after crime, but yet nothing happens to them. That has to stop. And we can find a way to do it. And as soon as I learned a little bit more about what Dave Jose was preaching, I will share it with you, and that's something we should take in consideration. We got to stop thinking that the government is going to step in on our behalf when we know they're not going to. All right. Anyways, I just thought I would share this with you. You can see JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon. They're not just a pain in the ass to precious metals holders, but also cryptocurrencies and mortgages for that matter. So let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. I'd like to hear from you. Give it a thumbs up so we can pass the algorithm. And if you are not a subscriber yet, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel. And I surely do appreciate it. And I'll talk to you later. I'm out.